Evening, we'd like to welcome you to Missions Baseball here on this Wednesday night as we get ready for the second game of this six-game set between the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals and your San Antonio Missions. Two teams continue the series tomorrow night for our Thursday night matinee, and yes, it is Flying Chanclas night as we enter the ballpark, as the Missions will be dressed up in Flying Chanclas gear as taking on Northwest Arkansas. Friday, the Missions will continue to wear their Flying Chancla jerseys as we'll have Game 4 of the six-game set. Saturday is post-game fireworks after the game. Stick around because we got the best fireworks show that you can't resist, so make sure you stay after Saturday night's game. Missions conclude the series against these two ball clubs of the year against Northwest Arkansas Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock, so make sure you guys get out to the ballpark at high noon and get your seats. After that, the San Antonio Missions will head on IH-37 south to Corpus Christi, as we'll have a Tuesday through Sunday next week up at Bayfront Park, and so far gotta say pretty good on that one. Go online now at samissions.com, purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, follow the Missions all season long with the First Pitch app, and here on YouTube Live, you can download that in any smartphone. Fans, get out your line scorecards as we get tonight's starting lineups underway. First for the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Leading off in center field, Gavin Cross. Cross in center. Peyton Wilson will be the second baseman. He'll bat second for Northwest Arkansas. Wilson as second. Tucker Bradley will be in left field. Bradley in left. Dylan Schrum, the first baseman, will bat fourth for Northwest Arkansas. Schrum at first. C.J. Alexander will be the hot corner guy for Northwest Arkansas. Alexander at third. Harold Gonzalez, the shortstop, will bat in the sixth spot for Northwest Arkansas. Gonzalez at short. Joe Gray, the designated hitter coming up for Northwest Arkansas, will bat in the seventh spot. Gray, the DH. Rivertown will be in right field as he bats in the eighth spot. Town in right. Tyler Copley will be tonight's catcher for Northwest Arkansas, as he'll round out the batting order for the Naturals here this evening. On the starting hill for the Naturals, Austin Cox. Cox, tonight's Northwest Arkansas pitcher. And now the starting lineup for your San Antonio Missions. Leading off in left field, Corey Howell. Howell in left. Jacob Marcy will be in right field as he bats second for San Antonio. Marcy in right. Center fielder is Joshua Mears as he bats third in the lineup for San Antonio. Mears in center. Nathan Mortarella will be at first base batting fourth for San Antonio. Mortarella at first. Graham Polly, the hot corner third baseman, bats in the five spot. Polly at third. Kai Murphy will be in the designated spot. He'll bat sixth for San Antonio. Murphy, the DH. Second baseman is Lucas Dunn as he'll bat seventh for San Antonio. Dunn as second. Ray Patrick Ditter will be in shortstop. He'll bat eighth for the Missions here tonight. Ray Patrick Ditter as short. And batting ninth, rounding out the batting order for the Missions here tonight, the catcher, Brandon Valenzuela. Valenzuela, tonight's catcher. And on the hill for the Missions, Dylan Lesko. Lesko, tonight's starting Missions pitcher, and there is tonight's starting lineups. All right, Missions fans, let's get out your San Antonio Missions. And they're about ready to take the field on this evening as we get you set for this one here tonight. And yep, here come the boys as they get ready to go on the field here this evening. Well, just for precautions, we want everybody to stay off the phones, and yep, gotta say, go over ground rules as well. Dylan Lesko warming up here for San Antonio as we get things started, as he's a four-seam fastball here in this one. Gavin Tross leading it off here for Northwest Arkansas. And we are about ready for Wednesday night baseball here in San Antonio. Are you ready? Let's play ball. And the first pitch by Lesko as he hits one high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. We are 7:05 right on the money. And I'm joined also in the booth by my partner, Bob. Good evening. Good evening, John. Thank you for having me. And so anyway, I got to say, what an awesome win for the Missions last night, as they are now 4-0 and Midland now 4-0 in the wins. Teams here tonight, let's go over them. Northwest Arkansas at San Antonio, Amarillo at Midland, Corpus Christi at Frisco, Wichita at Springfield, Arkansas at Tulsa. That one chopped foul, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Northwest Arkansas wearing their new road grays, Kansas City Royals AA affiliation right there. High fly in the air up to the second base area. Ditter will make the play, and that is out number 1 for the first of the evening. The second base, Peyton Wilson. That'll bring up Peyton Wilson as he strides up. He's ready to go. And here's the pitch. Right there and inside. Taken for a code strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. As he'll take inside for a code strike. It's 0-2. Don't forget, tomorrow, Northwest Arkansas hosting off the Flying Chanclas, the San Antonio. Tomorrow night at 7:05, Friday night 7:05. Gotta say, a pretty good night for the next two. And gotta say, yeah, it's pretty good. Military Appreciation Night underway here. Paulie looks at it, but that will go foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Wilson. And he hits that one high flying in the air. Marcy in right will make the grab, and that is out number 2.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 32, Tucker.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Tucker Bradley. Bradley coming in, and he comes in at a point average of 132. And that is right there to the left fielder, Corey Howell, for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors for this top half of the first for Northwest Arkansas. And the good guys coming to bat. So we'll get you set right in the bottom half of the first inning. When we come back, no score through the top half of 1. Yes, we did forget the ground rules as we get set for the top of the game and stuff. We want everybody to remember that we do have a lot of rules. And yes, first rule is stay off the phone while the batter's in the batter's box. Remain off the field. There's no need to get on the field, and there's no, and I mean no, interference with balls that are in play. Thank you for your hospitality here tonight to make Missions Baseball the greatest sport in all of Texas League Baseball. Yep, got to say we are about ready for the bottom half of inning number 1 in just a few short moments. And brought to you in part by Dr. Pepper. So Dr. Pepper is the best prune juice made in Frisco, Texas. I'm pretty good at that. So our live stream will continue in just a short little bit as we'll get set for the bottom of 1. Well, we're about ready for the bottom half of the first inning, but getting started tonight for Northwest Arkansas is Austin Cox. You look at the ERA of a 4.54, a 1.26, and a 33 strikeout ratio. As we get things going, that'll bring up left fielder Corey Howell as he takes a cold strike 1. And the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. And ready to go. Here's the pitch. That one is inside for a cold strike. And that's 0-2. And right there, strike 3. As Howell will go down first. And that is 1 away. Right fielder Jacob Marcy comes in as he'll take a ball outside. It's the count now 1-0. Had a great crowd here tonight for the Missions, right, Bob?
Yeah, I gotta say, that is absolutely right.
Beautiful night, no storms as we saw last night. As getting close to the end of the ball game, boy, thunder and lightning. We saw it from the press box. Gotta say, that is just wicked weather that we got. And right there to the first base bag as that'll be out number 2.
The center fielder, Joshua.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Joshua Mears, as he comes in and ready to go. Clear evening, temperature-wise, a comfortable 76 degrees here in San Antonio. What a great day and a pretty good evening for baseball. Line drive up to left center. That's a base knock. San Antonio getting in there and tracking the first hit in this one. That'll bring up first baseman Nathan Mortarella. Comes in and he'll take one down and in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. (1-0), and that one's outside, and the count now 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. That one inside for a taken code strike. It's 2-1. Runner at first here in this game. And that one down and outside. That is ball 3, so the count now 3-1. Right fielder Graham Pauley waits on deck. And that will load up the full count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three and 2. And that is outside for ball 4, so he loses him. And that one will be allowed by Austin Cox. First and second after the walk, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Graham Pauley. As he comes in, ready to go, takes a code strike, gets the count, 0-1. Looking for the 5th of the season here tonight. And that will be inside for a code strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll get him. So that'll strand the runners at first and second. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 walk. As we now head for the top of the second, it's still no score. Dylan Schrum will come in as we'll start up the top of the second for Northwest Arkansas. It's no score, 3-1. All right, about ready to start the top of the second inning for Northwest Arkansas. Dylan Schrum coming in, ready to go. Lesko looks in and ready to go. Here's a pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and that is the count, 0-1. Got a beautiful sunset coming in on us. And probably right about the top of the sixth inning is when it starts getting nightfall.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right about that and stuff.
Well, Schrum is out as that will go off to the left fielder, Corey Howell. He'll make the play for the out. And that'll bring up C.J. Alexander. Alexander coming in, ready to go. And the pitch to him, and that's high and inside for a cold strike. It's 0-1. No score to this point as we are about 2.5 out of this ball game. And that is foul. The count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. Fouled off, and he'll see another. Bob, you being awfully quiet tonight. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just enjoying the ball game and stuff and having a good time.
Well, glad you're having good. Yeah, right there, that is out number 2 as Alexander goes down on strikes. So, I gotta say, Bob, is your wife Ann coming to the ball game on Sunday? Because, I hope you got a ticket for her and stuff.
Well, no, she's our honored guest on the show and stuff.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. My bad. I apologize. So here's Gerard Gonzalez as he comes in. He's ready to go.
Where have you been a lot of times, John?
I don't know. It's been one of them days. I fly in the air, and center is Mears, as he'll make the grab out there in center for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors for Northwest Arkansas. As we now head for the bottom of the second inning, it's no score through 2.5. We're back for more as Kai Murphy will lead us off. When we come back, it is no score through 2.5. We're about ready for the bottom half of the second inning, and I gotta say, we're gonna have a little update on what's going on in the North Division. Two teams are rained out as of this night forward. That is the Wichita Wind Surge at Springfield, and they will be making up a doubleheader tomorrow at 3:05 p.m. And so far, that will be pretty good. So 2 games versing off the Wichita Wind Surge there at Blue River Stadium, which that is pretty good as well. So just wanted to give the update and stuff. Do believe that the Arkansas Travelers winning today, I believe. I think that is correct. And evidently, we'll see. Yep, they win the first game there at Tulsa. So I'm guessing that would be a 4-1. We'd have to look at it and stuff, but anyway. Well, about ready for the bottom of the second. Let's get to it. As Kai Murphy coming in and is ready to go here in this one. That went down and in. It's no balls, 1 strike as we're underway here in the bottom of the home second. That's a swing and a miss, and that's the count now, 0-2. High fly in the air to the left field area, and that will be out number 1.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Lucas.
The second baseman is Lucas Dunn. As he comes in and is ready to go as he'll take a cold strike in the count now, 0-1. Yeah, so Tulsa wins the ball game 14-5. Boy, and I gotta say, it's a pretty good game as they had the afternoon playing that game there at Tulsa. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I did say Arkansas, but all-knowingly Tulsa took that game out there at DCJ Field. Then Mother Nature came down with rain and thunderstorms. That's going to bring in Ray Patrick Ditter as he comes in. Shortstop tonight, as that would be down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first, 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. So Tulsa gets a
ball, that's outside.
Gets a win, so it'd be 4-0. Arkansas 1-4. I do believe that is their standings right there for the Arkansas Travelers. 2 balls, 1 strike. In this one, here's the pitch. And that's going to be fouled off, and that'll be 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he went strike 3. And that'll be out number 2. That'll bring in Brandon Valenzuela, as he's the catcher here for San Antonio. Takes a ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one high and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. That one down and in, and it's the count now, 2-1.
ball 3.
And that one is upstairs for ball 3. So the count now 3-1. Boy, rainy day in Tulsa, and gotta say, I'm guessing it was out there somewhere. 14-5, as Tulsa was up all those runs against the Arkansas Travelers. Corey Howell leading off first and second in this one, as he'll take a cold strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, there's the rain as the top of the 8th inning. They go up and get the tarp on the field, and so far we'll tell you more as we get things started up for the top of the 3rd, as Joe Gray, River Town, and Tyler Cropley will come in for the Naturals. As 7, 8, 9 as he'll come in. So do apologize, as I said his name like a little alien, but it's Tyler Cropley. I do apologize. I hope Tyler doesn't come up here and whoop my donkey later. But anyway, gotta say, just one of them things. Well, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. So we now head for the top of the 3rd for Northwest Arkansas. No score to this point. Well, about excuse me for just a second. Well, about ready to set for the top of the 3rd inning for Northwest Arkansas as we get things started here in the top of the 3rd here on this Wednesday evening. Gotta say, it's no decision yet. No runs are in the score as of this point forward, as Joe Gray comes in and takes a cold strike. It's the count now 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one in the inside corner, and that's a cold strike, 0-2. Well, Frisco leads Corpus Christi by 1-0 as they're in the bottom of the 3rd. There at Statesman's Park in the 0-2. That one is high fly in the air, and that is out of play. And that'll go foul. The 0-2. High fly in the air. Mortarella makes it and catches it in foul grounds, as that will be for out number 1.
The right fielder, River Town.
That'll bring up Rivertown. Ready to go. And the pitch. As he'll take that one in inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. High in the air. Up and left is Howell as he'll make the grab. And he's got it for out number 2. Here's Tyler Cropley. Cropley coming in with 2 outs. And that's going to be right there, but that's going to get past him. That's going to get into a base hit. And that's going to get a lead-off double. And boy, I guess he just didn't see where that one went, but it went out there. And he was wondering where that was. Here's Gavin Cross as he'll take one down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes to count the pitch. And right there and in, it's 1-1. Well, gotta say, I do miss the old logos and uniforms. What about you, Bob? I gotta say, John, I absolutely agree with you. I liked seeing the purple and white in and stuff, lightning bolts. And I gotta say, pretty good for those 2 colors. Yeah, I gotta agree, Bob. But even though those things are retired, and so far we will probably never forget them. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left for Northwest Arkansas. And still no scores. We go to the bottom of the 3rd as Jacob Marcy, the right fielder, will come in. Stay tuned. You're listening to Missions Baseball here on YouTube Live. Well, about set to go for the bottom half of the 3rd for San Antonio. Up to bat is right fielder Jacob Marcy. Marcy coming in, and he'll take one down and in for a code strike. It's 0-1. Well, I gotta say, ready to go in this one. High fly in the air to the left field area, but it is the center fielder that'll make the play, and that is for out number 1. Center fielder is Joshua Mears, 1-for-1 single last time up in the first inning. And the pitch. That's outside, 1 ball and no strikes. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to be dived in the catch by the center fielder up in shallow right for out number 2. Boy, pretty good play right there as that was caught by the center fielder. And that guy's like, whoa, that was cool. Oh boy, what a good reaction by that one prospect right there. Well, Amarillo got a pretty good chance on Midland, 6-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Oh, that pitch is up.
Gotta say, pretty good ball game there at Franco Park. And that's going to be high fly in the air to left field area. And boy, that's going to give a chase, and that's out number 3. So that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We head for the 4th inning for Northwest Arkansas, and it's no score through 3. Peyton Wilson will come up to bat when we return. No score through 3 on this Wednesday night. We're about ready for the top of the 4th inning for Northwest Arkansas. And stepping in, Peyton Wilson. Wilson coming in, ready to go. Here's a pitch. And that's it right there. The third baseman, Pauly, he'll whip line it right to first, and that is out number 1. Tucker Bradley coming in as here's a fly out last time up. And here's the pitch. That's fouled off, and the count now 0-1. No score to this point, top of the 4th for Northwest Arkansas. High fly in the air. Marcy in the right making the grab, and that is out number 2.
Now back, the first baseman,
Dylan Schrum flied out in the second, 0-for-1. Gotta say, our Flying Chanclas are in for the first time ever this 2024 season, starting tomorrow. And pretty good right there. That is high fly and foul. Well, the count now 0-1. Missions, remember that Thursday and Friday is when the Missions wearing their Flying Chancla jerseys. And that one high fly in the air. Pauly at third. Shy of the mound will make the play. And that is the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, it's still no score through midway through 4. Well, we're back as Graham Pauley will be the hot corner third baseman. And do correct myself, we are 4.5 innings of play here tonight. And gotta say 3 outs remain before I do say we're through 4. And evidently I am, screwing up a lot tonight, but that's all right. I'm learning, and I gotta say, I just wish it would be another off season, but we are a long way from that. Yeah, I gotta say, John, you're absolutely right. Boy, I gotta say, the Rockhounds trying to get in there. And evidently they have bases loaded against Amarillo. 6-2 the score as Sod Poodles up in the lead. So pretty good right there in this one. Well, about ready to go for the bottom half of the fourth, and leading off is the third baseman, Graham Pauley. That one is high flying in the air up to the center field area, and that will be out number 1. You know, I was about to say that Pauley would have been in left field, but Corey Howell is out there playing tonight in left. And here's the designated hitter, Kai Murphy. Murphy coming in, ready to go. He gets one high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. So pretty good night tonight, as he'll take one right there and in, 1-1. And that one is in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. High in the air, up to the shortstop area, but evidently the left fielder and third baseman's try to get in to assist him. But the shortstop tells them, do not come any further because I got the play. Second baseman Lucas Dunn coming in, 1 for 1 of the night. And that's going to be lifted high in the air up to center. And that will do for this half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 4 here this evening. And it's on now to the top of the 5th for Northwest Arkansas. So back for more right after this as C.J. Alexander will come in as we're no score through 4 in this ball game. We're about ready to start the top of the 5th inning for Northwest Arkansas. And stepping in, C.J. Alexander. leading things off here tonight. Well, sun going down, and gotta say that is pretty good. Right there as Corey Howell gets in and makes the play for out number 1.
The batter, the shortstop, Gerard Gonzalez.
Well, that'll bring up Gerard Gonzalez as he's a line out in the second and is 0 for 1 here this evening. One away, nobody on. Top of the fifth, no score. As through this ball game itself, it's been a scoreless game. 33 strikes, 2 balls for Lesko. And yeah, gotta say it's a pretty good ball game thus far. But still no score to this point. We're still looking. Right there, a swing and a miss, and that's the count now, 0-2. The 0-2. And that's fouled in the way. The count now holds at still no balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 one more time. Swing and a miss, and he goes down looking. As he swings and gets that fast chasing ball. He really just tries to go after it, but ends up to no avail, no great success on that end. As that will be out number 2. Joe Gray coming in as he's ready to go. And the pitch. Right there and in for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. And that's going to be right there as Mortarella gets after it. And he'll make the play to end this half inning. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. As we are no score in this one. Ray Patrick Ditter will get things started as we go to the bottom of the fifth. When we come back, it's still no score. You're listening to San Antonio Baseball here in the Alamo City. And gotta say, pretty nice night for the Missions here as well. We're back in 3, 2, 1. Well, we're back for the bottom of the fifth inning. It's Ray Patrick Ditter coming in for the Missions. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the count now, 0-1. Boy, gotta say, getting pretty good out there as Austin Cox throwing already 52 pitches for Northwest Arkansas. And that's a swinging miss right there, and the count now 0-2. That one is fouled in the way, and still holding on to still no balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful night on hand as underway of this ball game for the Missions and Naturals here tonight. That hit the third. He'll zip line it right there to first, and that is out number 1. Well, that'll bring up the catcher, Brandon Valenzuela. His last time up, he inherited that walk back in the 2nd inning. And that's going to be right there as he'll try to get him, and he's in. Boy, leg it out right there for Valenzuela. That is a base hit. A pretty good one. As if right there he gets on safely ahead of the throw from the first base area. And that'll take us up to the top of the lineup for San Antonio. Corey Howell, the left fielder, will get inside for the box, and the count now 0-1 as that code strike goes to him. Strikeout, ground out, 0 for 2 of the night for Howell. And that one is outside, and the count now 1-1. Here's pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And the center fielder will make the grab just shy of the wall. And that is out number 2. That'll bring up Jacob Marcy as he's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Runner still hold at first after that base knock. That's going to be high fly right there up the center, and that will do it. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We in 5 here this evening as we're on now to the top of the 6, 8, 9, and 1. Due up for Northwest Arkansas as Rivertown will step in. When we come back, it's still no score after 5 innings here this evening. Well, about ready to go for the top of the sixth inning for Northwest Arkansas. And leading off River Town. Town coming in, ready to go. Here's the pitch to him, as that will be foul. And the count now is 0-1. So no balls, one strike the count. And a pitch. Fouled off, and he'll see a nuller. Boy, nighttime coming on us as this game is halfway through the night here tonight. No balls, two strikes to Town. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Valenzuela will make the grab, and that is out number one. Just a beautiful night for this ball game, and gotta say, for all the people here in San Antonio, it's really good. Now here is the 9-hole batter, catcher Tyler Cropley. Cropley coming in ready to go, and he'll hit one high in the air. Mears in pursuit, makes the grab, and that is out number two. And that'll bring us up to the top of the batting order, and stepping in, Gavin Cross. Cross popped out, line out, 0 for 2 of the night. Gotta say, it is a pretty good night for Lesko, as he's through 6.5 innings worth of baseball. And gotta say, pretty good right there. The 0-2. That's high fly in the air. And that's going to get down. That's a base hit. So that'll be a 2-out double for Northwest Arkansas. And gotta say, that one was pretty hit right there. And that'll bring in Peyton Wilson. 0 for 2 for him tonight. Here's the pitch. High in the air, in center is Mears, as he'll make the play, and that will do it. 6.5 here this evening, as we're up now to the bottom of the sixth inning, as Joshua Mears will lead it off. When we come back for San Antonio, it is still no score through 6.5. Well, we're about ready to go for the bottom of the sixth inning right here on Missions Radio Network. I'm going to say we are back here as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning as Joshua Mears, the center fielder, will strike in. And that's going to be line drive up the center, and that's a base knock. Boy, trying to get things going as Mears gets on, and now they're just continuing to try to find where that ball needs to go in order to get home runs. I gotta say, John, they are still looking in this ball game and still trying to get things going. Had to bring up Nathan Mortarellas. He'll take one right there and inside for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. We had a pretty good day today, right, Bob? It was a beautiful day. It's a very beautiful. Good thing we don't have thunderstorms like we did last night in the first of the 6 games. Now, I gotta say, San Antonio winning that game last night. And it was a pretty good one to catch their 4th of the year. So, Midland and San Antonio are tied in a foot race. Now, Mortarella goes down on strikes as Cox will get the strikeout. And that's going to bring up Graham Polly. Polly coming in, ready to go. He hits one high flying in the air, and that is foul. Just about 50 feet from the foul pole. And the pitch. And that's going to be right there. The second for one. They relay it. And not in time. He's safe.
Now the designated hitter.
Well, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Kai Murphy. Well, I just love beautiful evenings, right, Bob? Gotta say, absolutely right, John. I love evenings where you can watch the sunset, you can enjoy baseball, and you can watch San Antonio trying to get their 5th of the season. Yeah, I gotta say, Bob, they won 4 of their last 4 games. You had 3 at Amarillo, and the first one as of yesterday against Northwest Arkansas. I mean, gotta say, it's a pretty good one. That one high flying in the air, and that will do for this half inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. As we head for the top of the 7th inning, and it is still no score through 6. So Tucker Bradley leads off the top of the 7th when we come back, and it's still no score. Well, about ready to go for the top of the 7th for Northwest Arkansas. And stepping in is Tucker Bradley as he'll get things started for us in this half inning. Well, here's the pitch ready to go, and that's going to be line drive, and that's going to be up to right center for a base hit. A no-out single continues this half inning, and I gotta say, these boys are ready to go as they'll ever be. And pretty good. Here's Dylan Schrum as he'll take a cold strike in the count now 0-1. Boy, double play right here will get you 2 free tacos courtesy of Taco Bell. And pretty good right there. The 0-1. High fly in the air. Mears is camped under it, so he won't have to move far from where he's standing to make the play for out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, C.J. Alexander.
That'll bring up C.J. Alexander. Alexander coming in, ready to go. As he'll take one down and in, one, no balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 delivery, the pitch. And that is fouled, and he'll see another. And the 0-2. Right there, strike 3. And get some pulled for that strike 3 call right there. And now Harold Gonzalez stepping in, and that will be a foul ball, and count now 0-1. John, can I go for some? Well, sure. Well, fans, I'm going to turn this over to Bob, and we're going to let him go at it. Okay, thank you, John. Well, Gonzalez is coming in, and he's about ready to go. So far, no balls and 1 strike with runner at first and 2 away. Right there and in, that's a cold strike. And it's 0-2. John, you work really hard trying to get things and plays and all types of things. Well, thank you, Bob. I do appreciate that. Well, no balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. And he'll foul that one off. And the count now 0-2. You know, Bob, we're supposed to be working together on this, and I know this is the 4th year or 3rd year that you've been with us for San Antonio, right? Yeah, it's my 3rd year. So pretty cool right there. And right there, he gets him, a strike 3, as that will end the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, and it's still no score through this 7.5. Lucas Dunn will be with San Antonio when we come back. It's Texas League Baseball. It's no score through 7.5. We're about ready for the bottom of the 7th inning for San Antonio. And in the bat now, the second baseman, Lucas Dunn. Dunn coming in, ready to go, as he'll hit that one to the shortstop, and he'll zip line it right there to first, and that is out number 1. Starting to see a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings. And gotta say, Bob, do we score here, or does this continue onward?
Well, that just depends your point of view of going forward in this ball game. I gotta say, John, it's just one of them days where hardly anybody is just hitting the bats. The bats are not alive right now, but hopefully when we get down and in, we should see something get going here. Yes, that's for sure, Bob. Ray Patrick Ditter coming in, as the count now for him is 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And that one is foul. And the count now 1-2. Well, for Austin Cox, he's 74 in his pitches, as he'll get that one foul, and the count now still holds at 1-2 strikes. High in the air up to left field, and that will be out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Brandon Valenzuela.
That'll bring up Brandon Valenzuela. Ready to go here. And the pitch. Line drive up to left center. That's a base knock.
Now batting, left fielder, Corey Howell.
That'll bring up Corey Howell, but before we get things going, Northwest Arkansas will have a pitching change for this one. Well, gotta say, as he did 7.5 2/3 innings, he will be headed off to the showers. John DePoto is coming in to get things going.
His name is Jonah, you idiot. Oh, excuse me, Jonah.
Do I look like an idiot to you, you fat little donkey? Oh.
Counts 1-0.
Did you call me a donkey?
Yeah, I sure did.
Well, you're a donkey's uncle. Oh.
Well, that'll bring up Corey Howell. I can hear the donkeys tonight hee-hawing because the Missions ain't winning this one.
Well, you don't know that for sure, but yeah, I think you got a valid point right there.
So no runs, no hits, no errors for San Antonio as we end 7, and now on to the top of the 8th, still no score through this point. Joe Gray will lead us off here in this one. When we come back, it's Texas League Baseball, and still no score. Well, about ready for the top of the 8th inning, and stepping in, Joe Gray coming in for the Naturals. And we are pretty much going to have a pitching change for San Antonio, as that will do for this one. Well, Gabe Mosser will be the first reliever of tonight. And gotta say, pretty good in this case, as his four-seam fastball is a 93, a curveball, slider, a splitter, and his command on pitches is really good. Wouldn't you say, Bob?
I gotta say, you're absolutely right on there.
Yeah, we're about ready to go, and here's the pitch from Mosser, and there's a count now, 0-1 as he throws the first pitch of the top of the 8th inning. The 0-1. That one is high fly in the air, and Mears will range under it to make the play for out number 1. And that'll bring up River Town. Town coming in, ready to go. Here's the pitch to him. And right there to Mortarella. Boy, he had to hop up, grab that one out of midair. My goodness. Boy, that's a great play right there. As that will go down to the first baseman, Nathan Mortarella. Boy, he's probably going to get in and get himself a gold glove this year. Wouldn't you say, Bob?
Well, I gotta say, it might be something really cool, but we'll see what happens in June.
Well, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are 8.5 through this evening, and we are still no score through 8.5.
We're back at 3, 2, 1.
Well, we're about set for the bottom half of the 8th inning, and stepping in is Jacob Marcy as he'll get us started here in this half inning. Ready to go, the pitch. That one is inside and taken for a code strike. It's 0-1. Got a lefty and a righty warming up for the Naturals. That is Christian Chamberlain and Anthony Simoniel. That one is a ball, and the count now 1-1 as that one is outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Jacob Marcy. The pitch. That one high fly in the air up to the right field area, and boy, that's going to get down. And that's for a base knock.
Well, I thought he was going to go for 2 in that one. He could have.
Yeah, Bob, but I got to say, if he went for 2, he probably would have been out, because that wouldn't get deep enough. Because you only have 90 feet from first and second, 90 feet from second and third, 90 feet as you go third to home. And yeah, I gotta say, that is something that you don't see every day, but now you do. Boy, I just love that San Antonio logo, as you can see out there in the left-hand side, and we support the city of San Antonio, and this baseball stadium will always be here in San Antonio.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Our logo is a SA logo, Davy Crockett, the Alamo. And yes, we are the part of the South Division. That's right there. Line drive, that's a base knock. And really good about that as he comes in. And now the tie-breaking run is about ready to come in. And now Nathan Mortarella as he'll take one inside for a code strike. And it is 0-1. Walk in the first 0 for 2. First and second, nobody out here in this one.
Nope, ball 1.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And here's the 1-1.
Ball two.
That one is outside for a ball, and the count now 2-1.
Boy, they better get it back up together, because if he gets two more balls, that will load up the bases real quick.
Yeah, you're not kidding, Bob. It could get nasty in a split second if he's not throwing the enough quality strikes that he needs to be. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mortella. That's going to be lifted high fly in the air to the left field area. And that will be out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Brad
Gesundheit. Ooh.
Gesundheit to you too, John.
Boy, there's something tickled my nose. Hot corner third baseman Graham Pauley coming in, and
Ball, that's out.
that is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Hello there, Joseph. How are you? You have to get that game. Yeah, it's pretty fun. MLB The Show 24 is one of the best games ever as we go through baseball season. High fly in the air. Boy, that's high. And it's gone. A 3-run shot by third baseman Graham Pauley. Finally, we got something going on. And the mission's coming in and getting things going as the home crowd is going crazy. Boy, just whack it over the fence. As San Antonio leads 3 against Northwest Arkansas. And pretty good right there. Anthony Samanili is coming in as he's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So he's got a 4-seam, a curveball, changeup, a slider, and boy, what a good arsenal he's got, right, Bob?
Gotta say, absolutely right, John. This boy can throw fastballs like you wouldn't even believe.
And right there to the pitcher to first, and they'll get him easily.
the batter number 22, second baseman, Lucas Dunn.
Well, Lucas Dunn is coming in, 1 for 3, single in the second. Now we got to take a look at some Texas League scores, and brought to you in part by West Creek Trail Rides and our scores. Don't forget this place as pretty much that is all horseback riding. Don't forget that horseback riding is just a fun outdoor activity type sport. And that's counting out 2-2. Hit the nailer, yeah. That one high in the air, and right there as that will end 8 innings here tonight. A 3-run shot by Graham Pauley. 3 runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on. As we go now to the top of the 9th inning, as Gavin Cross will come in, it's 3-0 San Antonio over Northwest Arkansas. So we're back right after this from our proud sponsors of Dr. Pepper. All right. Well, got to thank our people in the YouTube live. And got to say, hope you guys are enjoying yourselves here tonight. Don't forget tomorrow evening at